Hello and welcome to College 101. This video is a course tutorial guide to let you know how to navigate the course and where to find the assignments, quizzes, things like that. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to read the syllabus, and you can access the syllabus by going to the home page of our course and either clicking on syllabus or clicking on this icon over here. If you do not want to download it, then you can just go ahead and click on the magnifying glass and it'll preview the file for you in case you don't want to download it. But let's go ahead and go through the syllabus. I'm mostly just going to go over the important information since the syllabus quiz will cover important information that you should know. So the first thing that I want to point out is my contact information. The best way to contact me is through natalie@nmsu.edu, and the other way to contact me is through Canvas, through the inbox email function on Canvas. You can also contact me by phone. My phone number is listed in the syllabus. However, I do not live in Las Cruces, so I do not visit my office on a daily basis. So if you want me to get back to you as fast as possible, please leave a voicemail, because my phone will email me that voicemail, and that way I can know who called and I can call you back as soon as possible. The other thing that you want to know are my office hours. Office hours are basically times that I am available to meet with students. So if you ever have any questions, if you ever want to meet in person and discuss the course, I will be more than glad to meet with you. My office hours are Mondays 10 a.m. to 10:50 and 2:40 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Gadsden Academic Readiness Center. And then Thursdays, I am at the Sunland Park Academic Readiness Center from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So basically, if you could not make it during these times, then you are encouraged to let me know, and we can find a time that works for both of us and a location that works for both of us, and we can meet then and there. So if you want to meet but these times don't work for you because you work or because you have some other commitments at this time, please let me know. I have my schedule can be pretty flexible, so I can definitely arrange a meeting between us. The other thing that you want to note is the link to the textbook. Our textbook is online and it is free, so that is good news because that means that you do not have to spend money on a textbook. The other thing I wanted to point out about the syllabus are the assignments. We do not have a final exam in this class. However, we do have a final essay. And this final essay is a common reflective assignment. And basically what that is where you reflect everything you've learned in the class and you demonstrate how it applies to your learning and to your future. And you will be evaluated based on a rubric. And I will give you all that information whenever the time comes. And like I said, this is at the end of the semester, so that'll be in November, December. The other three assignments that you're going to be doing, the first one is an essay that is basically like an action plan. So the goal of this essay is for you to pick a goal or a skill that you want to improve on that's related to this course. And then in that essay, you are going to discuss how what we are learning in the course is going to help you achieve that goal or improve that skill. For example, a lot of my students choose procrastination as a topic. So then they talk about how time management, planning, studying, how all of that is going to help them with procrastination. So the whole point is to find an area that you want to improve on and then discuss how the skills that you are learning in this class will help you achieve that goal. The next essay is a O-Net response, and basically what this is, the O-Net is a profiler that you take and it lets you know areas that you would be good in terms of your career. So for those of you who still haven't chosen a major, this is really helpful because based on the test that you take, it tells you what careers would be good for you. So you're going to take that test and then you're going to write a response paper discussing your results. All of these essays are worth 15% of your grade, so each one is worth 50 points. The third essay is a career research essay, which is the essay where you discuss your career choice and you research it. So you research the school that you plan on going to or the school that you plan to transfer to. Or in this case, if DACC is the school that you're going to stay in, then you would research the program. You would research how much it costs, and you're also going to research the actual career in terms of benefits, income, pros and cons, job availability, things like that. The other assignment that we're going to do in this class, they are called Inception modules, and basically what these are online modules that you take. They do tend to be quite a bit long, so we're going to take about 2 weeks to complete them, and I'll give you more instructions whenever the time comes, but just keep in mind that they are quite a bit long and you do have to complete all of these. I get a report that's sent to me whenever you complete them, and that's how you will get your grade. So you're not actually going to submit anything, you're just going to go to the website, complete them, and then a report will be sent to me. The other thing that we are going to do are 10 weekly assignments, some quizzes, 10 discussion posts, and of course participation counts for 10%. So the way that I grade participation is if I see that you participate in the discussions, if you do not wait till the last minute to post, if you're pretty active throughout the week, that's how I grade participation. And the other part of the syllabus is pretty self-explanatory. One of the things that I did want to highlight though is that this is an online class, so it is very important that you log in daily or even weekly. And it's also very important that you have access to a computer and that you have access to internet because it is an online class. So if you do have computer issues or Wi-Fi connection issues, let me know as soon as possible, because if that becomes an issue, obviously we have to address it and it's not a valid excuse to miss work. As a matter of fact, if we scroll down over here, my late work policy says that I do not accept late work. I only accept late work if it is completely necessary because of an emergency or a doctor appointment or something like that. But of course, you have to provide some sort of documentation to show why you were absent. So, why you missed an assignment, not why you were absent. So if there is such an emergency, please let me know and then I can go ahead and work with you regarding the assignment. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual course itself on Canvas. So if you click on the icon, that takes you to the textbook, which I already have opened. And the textbook is free. And you can also go ahead and download it if you'd like. But if you go to the table of contents, that's where you see the chapters, so you can just go ahead and click on the chapters and then you can go ahead and start reading. So I think this is a pretty convenient book. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and highlight the book or anything like that, then you can always go ahead and download it and highlight it. With a lot of PDF readers allow you to highlight and make notes. But this is a book that we're going to be reading. Like I said, it is an open source and it is free, so you do not have to purchase a book for this class. The other thing that I want to mention are the announcements. Every week at the beginning of the week, I will post a weekly announcement. And basically what the announcements are for is for me to let you know what's going on that week, any updates, any extra credit opportunities, any details about the assignments. That's where you will find them. So please check the announcements every week. I usually post them on Mondays, so make sure that you read them. I'll try to post them around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but make sure that you check them because sometimes I link instructions here, I link details about assignments, I link any new information that's going on. So make sure that you always check the announcements before you get started with any work during that week. The other thing that you want to take a note of are the modules. I organize the modules by week, so that way that makes it easier for you to know what's going on. For example, for week 1, we have discussion 1, introductions. Then we also have the college 101 syllabus, because you should be going through that this week. And then we have a quiz 1 syllabus. Next week, if we look at next week, we have our first assignment, which is the DACC scavenger hunt, and discussion number 2, which is why go to college. And I did not list the reading chapters because, as you can see, I did not list the chapters we are reading because I cannot link each individual chapter. But for that, you just need to go ahead and look at the syllabus and see what we are reading for that week and read it. Also, like I said, under announcements, I did not actually click on it. But once we click on that announcement, we see what I had to say, and then I go ahead and tell you what's due for that week. Even though this is already listed in the syllabus and it's already listed in the modules, I suggest that you still check the announcements every week because, like I said, sometimes I give you specific details, or I address questions that I've had, or I give you new links to follow for extra help. So like I said, it's very important that you check the announcements. That way you know what's going on every week. The other thing that you want to be aware of and check periodically are the assignments. I have already listed all of the assignments, most of the assignments. I am still tweaking some things here and there. For example, the quizzes have not been added yet. Not all of them have been added, so I will go ahead and add them as the time comes. The quizzes are going to be over the reading chapters. So your syllabus has the dates, and it also has the chapters that we will have the quizzes over. For example, our first quiz is week 2, and it is over chapter 1. And then our quiz after that is actually over time management, and that is in week 4. So you do want to go ahead and make sure that you keep up with the syllabus and also keep up with the announcements, because that's where I will remind you about the quizzes and everything that's going to be due during that week. So here we have all of the assignments, and as you can see, they are all open. So that means that if you want to get a head start, you can definitely do that. However, I encourage you to not get too ahead of yourself. For example, don't start doing assignment 6 right now, because I might change some things here and there. So again, just make sure that you don't get too ahead of yourself, because we are working towards that. So if you were to do this assignment right now, you might not necessarily have all the information that you need at this moment, because first you need to read the chapters about money and finances before you can get to assignment 7. So just keep that in mind, that if it helps you, yes, try to jump ahead a little bit, but don't jump too far ahead where you get lost because we haven't covered that information yet. So I have included up to assignment 6, and I have included up to discussion 6 as well, and I will be adding the other assignments. We still have 4 more assignments because, I added assignment 7. So I still need to add 3 more assignments, 4 more discussions, and the other thing that you want to take a note of are the quizzes. This is by clicking on quizzes, that's where you can go ahead and find the quizzes that we have for that week. As you can see right now, we just have 1 quiz, but as soon as I add the chapter 1 quiz, that'll show up here. Then I'll add the time management quiz, and that'll show up over here as well. So this is where you go for quizzes. Modules, like I said earlier, is where you go to see what we have to do week by week. However, for the reading schedule, you have to go back to your syllabus, because that is where we see what we are supposed to read for the week. Other than that, I think that is everything. Oh, I should address discussions first. So the discussions, let me just show you what they look like in case some of you are unfamiliar with that. I know some of you have already posted, so that's great. So basically with the discussions, I post a discussion pretty much every week. And here is the discussion we have going on right now, which is discussion number 1. And as you can see, all of the discussions are going to follow this formatting, which is that I post a discussion question, and then you can go ahead and reply with your post. Basically, to get full credit for the discussions, you have to post twice. The first post should be in response to the initial question, and in the second post, you should respond to a classmate. You want to post your first discussion post by Thursday, and then your second post by Sunday. So I hope this tutorial guide helped you. If you have any more questions, please let me know. This was very brief, but I hope it helped.